Hey, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. If you are new to my channel, my girls absolutely love birds. They, I think, started getting interested in birds about a year ago, about when we moved into this house, because we actually live in a town that cares very much about birds and conservation. And so we are also very lucky to live near the John James Audubon Center at Mill Grove. So this is a historic 18th century site. Right here is the actual museum, but the property does have the original three-story farmhouse that John James Audubon lived in when he first came to America and really started to develop his technique for drawing birds from life. And so it is very cool that all of this is right down the road from us, and we fully took advantage of it on this day. The museum is beautiful. That is the first part that we went to. Our girls were banded at the beginning, so everyone got a band of a certain color, and then throughout the museum there were these screens that gave you information about your bird based on the band color. And so there were screens that talked about habitat, there were different screens that talked about adaptations. It was just really interactive. I was impressed. My husband was impressed. We thought it was so informational, but at the same time, our girls had so much fun here. There was a lot for them to do. It is a smaller museum. I wouldn't say that this would take a really long time to go through, but there was just so much, and we will definitely be coming back.
How about climate? With three toes.
As I said before, the museum isn't large, but there is so much information. So obviously we had our two young girls with us, but you could really go through this slowly, and you could spend a decent amount of time just with all of the information. And I thought I got it on video, but I did not. But at the museum, they have a collection of Audubon's Birds of America. So they have a double elephant folio always on display, and each month they change it so that there's a different bird. And so if you are not very far and you can come back more frequently like we can, you can just see the amazing art, and it's huge. After a quick trip through the museum gift shop, we started heading to the house. Now, what we didn't do was the fledgling trail. They have an area for kids. They can build their own nest. They can play on the Discovery tree climb. There's a zip line, a sensory garden. So all of that kind of stuff we will definitely be coming back to. But let me talk about this house because it was incredible. Now, I will have all of the website information in my description because there are specific times that you can take these tours. My girls really loved this room. This specific room was really cool. It had a scavenger hunt that was based on the mural that was on the wall. These little cards that you see hanging, the wooden cards that are at the bottom, you can hold them up and kind of match them to a bird that is on the mural. So that's its own little hunt. And then Alani was reading a separate paper where it was different things like find 3 frogs near a tree or something more specific like that. And so the girls had a lot of fun doing that. And then after that, I just walked around to the different rooms and explored. Now, though there is still a wealth of information in the historic house, and this room even is set up kind of to make you feel like Audubon would be here, he was not the last owner of this home before it was sold to the county. But it really does just look fantastic. They've done a really great job just keeping up with it, and my girls had plenty of areas where they could walk around and touch things where I didn't have to be too concerned. And so they do have these kid safe spaces, and I appreciate that. Don't miss the porch area because that is also a really fun spot to just sit back, rock in a rocking chair, and just enjoy the nature, the surroundings. It is really nice. But another area is the bird rehabilitation area. We were not allowed to walk along the path that does bring you closer to the birds because they are being a little more protective of them right now. But we will definitely be back to explore many more areas on this property. If you like videos like these, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. And as always, thank you so much for your support. It always means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.